Welcome to Zoe Stories. Cousin's bet turned me into the girly boy next door. I had always been invisible. Not shy in the normal way, not awkward in the way people notice, but the kind of invisible that makes the world move around you without even acknowledging your presence. At 19, I lived a quiet life, hiding in my own world of books, video games, and late-night walks around the neighborhood. My cousin, Maya, was the opposite. Bold, vivacious, and slightly cruel in the most teasing way. She loved to test boundaries, push limits, and make everyone around her squirm. It all started on a scorching summer afternoon. Maya's laugh echoed down the driveway as she tossed a challenge at me I didn't see coming. "Bet you can't be girly for a week," she said, eyes sparkling with mischief. "No excuses. Hair, clothes, voice, everything." I blinked. Did she just challenge me to dress like a girl? I'm not what? My words faltered, caught between disbelief and panic. Maya smirked, leaning against her car, arms crossed. "Come on, don't act all shy. If you win, I'll leave you alone for a month. If you lose, well," she tilted her head, eyes mischievous. "Let's just say the neighborhood will see a whole new side of you." The casual cruelty in her tone sent a chill down my spine. I could feel my pulse racing, my palms slick with sweat. The idea of becoming the girly boy next door was horrifying, mortifying even. And yet, a strange part of me, the part one didn't fully understand, felt curious. I can't. That's ridiculous," I stammered. "Exactly. Which means you'll lose the bet," she said lightly, her smirk widening. "And we all know what losing means, right?" Her words hung in the air, heavy and menacing. I could see the path clearly: resist and risk being humiliated in front of everyone I knew. Or surrender and step into something utterly terrifying. And then the first seed of defeat took root. My parents were away for the weekend. My cousin had the keys to my house. I was alone, cornered, and powerless against her plans. "Fine," I muttered reluctantly, voice tight. I'll do it." Maya's grin split her face. "Oh, good. I love it when you finally cooperate." She clapped her hands once. "We start tonight. And trust me, by the time we're done, you won't recognize yourself." That night, the first step began. Maya laid out a set of clothes on my bed: soft skirts, pastel tops, delicate underwear I had never imagined wearing. A pair of dainty heels rested neatly beside them. I stared, frozen, my stomach twisting into knots. "Put them on," she commanded, voice sharp but not unkind. "And don't try to fight it. You'll only make it worse for yourself." I hesitated, shivering under her gaze. Every instinct screamed to refuse, to run, to reclaim the identity I had always known. But fear, curiosity, and the crushing weight of her dominance forced me forward. I stripped off my usual clothes, hands trembling, and slid into the unfamiliar fabric. The lingerie clung awkwardly, the skirt swished oddly, and the heels, God, the heels. My legs wobbled as I tried to balance. Maya's laughter rang out softly, almost teasingly. "Not bad for a start. You'll get used to it, eventually." I glanced at the mirror. The reflection was almost unrecognizable. Soft cheeks, delicate curves forming in places I didn't have before, a shyness and vulnerability that hadn't existed in Michael, the boy I had been, was mirrored back at me. And somewhere deep inside, a strange, unsettling thrill coursed through me. "See that?" Maya whispered, stepping close. "That's her. That's the new you. And if you want to survive this bet, you'll have to become her completely." I nodded, chest tight, staring into the mirror as my reflection, soft, feminine, and undeniably beautiful, mocked me silently. Michael was still in there, somewhere, panicking, protesting. But Callie, the version of me Maya was forcing into existence, was already forming, delicate, trembling, and impossibly alive. And just like that, my ordinary life ended. The bet was no longer just a game. It was a transformation. The next morning, the sunlight spilled into my room, casting a harsh light on the pastel skirts, delicate blouses, and tiny heels Maya had carefully arranged. I woke with a pounding heart, nerves fraying, and a stomach full of dread. The events of last night replayed in my mind, the first hesitant steps into a world I had never imagined. And now, Maya was waiting, her arms crossed, eyes gleaming with that infuriating mix of dominance and amusement. "Ready?" she asked, tilting her head. "We're going to make her real today. You have to learn, or everyone will see how pathetic you are." I swallowed, hands shaking. I guess so. Good. Clothes first. I hesitated before slipping into the outfit she had chosen for me. A short, pastel skirt paired with a soft pink blouse, delicate lace underwear that clung to my hips, and stockings that made my legs tingle with unfamiliar sensitivity. The heels, God, the heels were impossible at first. My ankles wobbled, toes cramping. But Maya's sharp gaze left no room for mistakes. Stand straight. Chin up. Walk. I took my first tentative steps, heels clicking against the hardwood floor. Each movement felt exaggerated, unnatural. I stumbled once, then again. My face burned with embarrassment. But Maya only smiled, a cruel sweetness in her eyes. "Not bad," she said, brushing a stray strand of hair from my face. "But you're stiff. Relax. Imagine you're light, delicate, graceful." I tried, forcing the movement. Yet every step reminded me of how ridiculous I looked. My reflection in the mirror mocked me. The soft cheeks, the delicate curves forming under the clothes, the feminine sway of my hips. All alien. All impossible. "Stop looking at me like that," I muttered, voice trembling. I don't belong here." Maya stepped closer, placing a hand on my shoulder. "You do. Or you will. Michael is gone the second you accept her. Callie, your new self, is waiting. And trust me, she's far prettier than you'll ever be as Michael." I flinched at the name. Callie. The sound of it felt foreign on my tongue, yet there was an undeniable allure in it. Maya handed me a small compact mirror. "Look at her," she whispered. "Face her. She exists, whether you want to or not." I stared. My reflection, soft, delicate, undeniably feminine, gazed back. For a moment, I felt an involuntary thrill, a tingle of something I didn't understand. Shyness, embarrassment, fear, and something else, something frighteningly pleasurable. "Good," Maya said softly, almost approvingly. "Now, let's work on your voice." I groaned. "Voice? No way. I can't. I sound ridiculous." "Exactly," she said with a mischievous smile. "Which is why you'll learn. Every word you say, every syllable, must sound like her. High, melodic, delicate. Michael is done. Callie is real." For the next hour, I practiced speaking, my voice faltering, cracking, and squeaking embarrassingly. Maya corrected every mistake, laughed at some, and praised me only when I achieved the faintest trace of femininity. Each correction chipped away at Michael. Each praise reinforced Callie. "Good girl," she whispered once, a tone both sweet and cruel. My cheeks flamed at the words. That single compliment made me tremble, my body reacting in ways I didn't want to acknowledge. Humiliation and arousal mingled, a confusing, frightening combination. Next came posture, gestures, and subtle movements, how to sit with elegance, how to cross legs properly, how to tilt the head just so. Every instruction felt like a lesson in erasing Michael, sculpting Callie from raw, unwilling material. By the end of the day, exhaustion consumed me. My muscles ached from awkward poses, my voice strained from unnatural tones, and my mind swirled with confusion and embarrassment. Yet, when I glanced into the mirror one last time before collapsing onto the bed, I couldn't deny the truth. She, Callie, was beginning to emerge. Maya smiled softly, brushing my hair. "See? She exists. She's beautiful. And tomorrow we take her into the world." I closed my eyes, heart pounding. The thought of leaving the house, stepping outside, and showing this new self to anyone terrified me. But deep inside, a dangerous curiosity whispered, maybe I could survive it. Maybe I could even enjoy it. The next morning, sunlight streamed through the curtains, illuminating the pastel skirts, blouses, and delicate accessories Maya had carefully prepared for me. My heart pounded in my chest as I realized today would be worse than yesterday. The streets had been intimidating, but now Maya wanted to take me further, into the crowded mall, a place where everyone could see, judge, and whisper. "You ready, Callie?" Maya asked, her voice soft but commanding. Today, she will shine or crumble. Choose wisely. I swallowed hard, nerves twisting like barbed wire in my stomach. My reflection in the mirror confirmed it. Soft cheeks, wide eyes, delicate lips. Callie looked beautiful, perfect even, but inside, Michael screamed, panicked, and refused to disappear. "Go slow," Maya whispered, brushing my hair back. "Walk, smile, speak. She exists." Every step, every word, reinforces her. We arrived at the mall, a bustling hive of shoppers, teenagers, and families. The heels clicked sharply against the polished floor, each step echoing my trembling heartbeat. I tried to shrink, to hide, but Maya's hand on my back was a firm reminder. I couldn't. "Eyes up, chest out, smile," she coached softly. "She is here. Let them see her." And see her they did. Whispers followed us. "Is that him? She looks so pretty." Every gaze, every comment, every lingering stare made my cheeks burn. I felt humiliated, exposed, like a prize on display. Yet somewhere, deep inside, a strange thrill stirred, a mixture of embarrassment and excitement, fear and fascination. A group of boys passed by, and one gave a low whistle. My heart raced. I hadn't expected this reaction. Michael would have hated it. But Callie felt it, trembling yet alive, a thrill pulsing through every fiber of her being. Maya smiled subtly, leaning close. "Feel that? That's the world recognizing her. Michael doesn't matter. She is real." We stopped by a boutique. Maya picked out a delicate blouse, slipping it onto my shoulders and adjusting the fit. The fabric was soft, warm against my skin, clinging to curves that hadn't existed before. I shivered, aware of every sensation. "Try the mirror," Maya commanded. "Look at her. Speak to her. She is you." I stared, voice trembling. I am Callie." Her eyes softened, but there was a hint of cruelty in her smile. "Good. Say it louder. Own it. Let the world hear her name." "I am Callie," I whispered, almost shyly. My voice cracked, delicate and feminine, sending a thrill through me I couldn't name. The mall seemed to react. Shoppers glanced, some whispered, some stared longer than polite. A teenage girl even pointed discreetly to her friend. "Wow, look at her." Humiliation burned deep in my chest, but so did a strange, electric thrill. Every glance reinforced the transformation, chipped away at Michael, and strengthened Callie. Then came the escalator. Maya insisted I stand upright, heels together, posture perfect. My legs shook as people passed by, eyes lingering. I stumbled once, nearly losing balance. Maya's hand steadied me, soft yet commanding. "Every mistake is a lesson," she whispered. "She learns. Michael fades. Callie grows." By the time we left the mall, my body ached, my face burned, and my mind reeled. Humiliation and thrill intertwined, making every movement, every glance, every interaction a confusing cocktail of emotions. Yet in the mirror that evening, I saw her fully. Callie, delicate, feminine, undeniably beautiful. Michael lingered faintly, but she existed in full. Maya's voice broke the silence. "Tomorrow we take her to the park, among friends, among strangers. She will be tested. She will be adored. And Michael will vanish entirely." I closed my eyes, fear and anticipation twisting together. Public humiliation was terrifying, yet a part of me, the part that was Callie, was beginning to crave it. The following afternoon, Maya insisted we go to the local park, a place where kids, neighbors, and friends from school often gathered. My chest tightened at the thought. The mall had been bad enough, but here, the exposure would be unavoidable. Friends, acquaintances, and strangers alike would see me in full girly regalia. My legs trembled as I stepped into the soft sunlight, heels clicking against the pavement. "Remember, Callie," Maya whispered, brushing a strand of hair behind my ear. "You are beautiful. You are hers. Michael doesn't exist anymore."
Walk, smile, speak.
"Own her." I nodded weakly, swallowing hard. My reflection in a small pocket mirror caught my eye. The soft curves, the delicate face, the wide, expressive eyes, they all screamed her. And yet, inside, Michael's panic and shame raged like a storm. "Hey, is that you?" I froze. My heart skipped a beat. Across the grassy park, Jake, my classmate, someone who had teased me mercilessly throughout school, was staring, eyes wide, jaw slack. Recognition flashed across his face. "Yes," I whispered, voice quivering. "It's me." He took a step closer, disbelief and curiosity battling in his expression. "Michael? Is that you?" "You look," his voice faltered. "Amazing." A blush crept across my cheeks. My legs trembled. Part of me wanted to run, to hide, to shed this humiliating facade. But Maya's hand pressed lightly on my shoulder. "Callie," she whispered softly, almost warningly. "Say her name. Own it." I am Callie," I said, voice soft, quivering, undeniably feminine. Jake's eyes widened, awe and confusion mingling.
Callie, wow.
"You look incredible. I've never seen anything like this." Heat surged through me. Every glance, every compliment, every whisper cut through me like a blade. Humiliation, pleasure, embarrassment, and excitement tangled together in a storm I couldn't control. My chest tightened, legs wobbled, and my hands trembled as I tried to maintain composure. Maya smiled, her eyes glinting with triumph.
"See?
She exists. Michael doesn't matter. She is real. And everyone is going to see it." But the emotional pressure was too much. Once Jake wandered off, leaving me standing alone under the hot sun, tears pricked my eyes. The humiliation, the constant scrutiny, the overwhelming transformation, it all crashed down at once. I sank to a nearby bench, clutching my knees, trembling. "Callie." Maya knelt beside me, her voice gentle yet firm. "You're okay. It's natural to feel overwhelmed. But every tear, every tremble, every moment of embarrassment strengthens her. Michael is fading. She is growing." I shook my head, unable to form words. I don't know if I can do this. I feel lost." Maya reached out, cupping my face. Her thumb brushed a stray tear away. "You're not lost. You're finding her. And she's beautiful, strong, desired, and very much alive. Michael doesn't get to exist anymore. She does." The words cut through me. I wanted to resist, to cling to the boy I had been, but a part of me, the part that was Callie, was beginning to understand. Every look, every touch, every compliment reinforced her. And deep inside, a strange thrill stirred. Humiliation, excitement, and desire tangled together. By the time we walked home, I was exhausted, body aching from the constant tension, mind reeling from the emotional overload. I stared into the mirror later that evening. Callie was fully present now. Soft curves, delicate lips, wide eyes that reflected both fear and excitement. Michael lingered only faintly, a whisper in the background. Maya's voice broke the silence. "Tomorrow, we introduce her to a new world, parties, friends, social circles. She will be admired, desired, and tested. And Michael will vanish entirely." I closed my eyes, heart pounding, fear and anticipation twisting together. Public recognition had terrified me, humiliated me, and yet a part of me, the part that was Callie, was beginning to crave it. The evening sun dipped low, casting a golden glow over the neighborhood. Maya had planned something bigger today, a small get-together at a friend's house. Not just neighbors or classmates, but a crowd of acquaintances, friends, and people who would never forget the sight of me, Callie. My chest tightened as I stared at the outfit Maya had chosen. A delicate, pastel dress clung softly to my curves, paired with lace-trimmed stockings and heels that made every step a careful negotiation with gravity. My hair was styled perfectly, a soft wave that framed my face, emphasizing wide, expressive eyes I barely recognized as my own. "You're beautiful," Maya whispered, brushing a strand of hair behind my ear. "And tonight she will shine. Michael doesn't exist. She does." I swallowed hard, nerves twisting like chains in my stomach. The heels clicked sharply as we walked, each step a reminder that I was on display. Every passerby's glance, every whisper, sent a shiver of embarrassment and excitement through me. The party was loud, vibrant, full of laughter, music, and chatter. As we entered, the room seemed to pause briefly, attention shifting to us. Whispers traveled fast. "Wow, is that him? She's gorgeous." I froze, heat flooding my cheeks, legs trembling. Every eye on me felt like a spotlight, every compliment a knife that cut through the last vestiges of Michael. Maya's hand rested lightly on my back, steadying me. "Smile," she whispered. "Walk, speak, exist. She is real. And everyone will see it." A group of boys approached, casual smiles on their faces. One leaned in, voice teasing but admiring. "Hey, Callie, right? You look amazing. Seriously." Heat surged through me. Embarrassment, fear, and a strange thrill mingled, making my heart pound. I tried to shrink into myself, but Maya's gaze held me upright. "Good," she said softly. "Feel that? That's her power. Michael is gone. She is real. Desired." I tried to respond, voice quivering, feminine but hesitant. "Thank you." They smiled, clearly charmed. Each interaction carved away at Michael, reinforced Callie. By the time the night progressed, I had laughed, flirted awkwardly, and walked with an elegance I never knew I possessed. But it wasn't all smooth. A girl from school recognized me, her eyes wide with shock. "Wait, Michael?
Is that you?"
My stomach twisted, panic rising. Maya stepped forward, smiling sweetly. "Callie," she said, correcting softly. "She exists now. Michael is gone." The girl blinked, uncertain, and I stammered, trying to match the soft, melodic tone Maya had taught me. I am Callie," I whispered, voice barely audible but undeniably feminine. Humiliation and thrill surged together. Michael's panic wrestled with Callie's emerging confidence. I felt dizzy, overwhelmed by the emotions, the attention, and the pressure to maintain the persona Maya had shaped. By the end of the night, exhaustion consumed me. My legs ached from heels, my cheeks burned from constant attention, and my mind whirled with conflicting feelings. In the mirror later, Callie's reflection stared back, soft, delicate, undeniably beautiful. Michael's ghost lingered faintly, a shadow of the boy I had been. Maya's voice broke the silence. "Tomorrow we take her into a new environment, a public event, somewhere she will be seen and tested. She will be admired, desired, and challenged. Michael will disappear entirely." I closed my eyes, fear and anticipation twisting together. The thrill of being admired, desired, and humiliated in public was terrifying, yet Callie craved it. The following morning, Maya's plan became terrifyingly clear. Today was no casual mall trip or backyard party. We were headed to the city's annual summer festival, a crowded, bustling event with stalls, games, and hundreds of strangers. Every step, every glance, every interaction would be a test. I felt my stomach twist into knots. I can't," I whispered, staring at the heels, the skirt, the delicate blouse. My reflection in the mirror made Callie look perfect, soft, feminine, radiant, but inside, Michael screamed. "You can, Callie," Maya said firmly, brushing my hair into soft waves. "Every step you take out there is proof. She exists. Michael doesn't. And today, the world will see her. The festival was chaos. Children screamed in delight, vendors shouted, music thumped from speakers, and the sun beat down relentlessly. I felt exposed, every eye on me amplifying my anxiety. My heels clicked against the pavement as I followed Maya, legs trembling, heart racing. "Remember," she whispered, guiding my hand to rest lightly on my waist. "Walk, smile, speak. She is real. She is beautiful. And everyone will notice." And notice, "Whoa, look at her," someone exclaimed. A group of teenagers stopped, jaws slack, staring. I felt heat surge through my body. Embarrassment, humiliation, and an unfamiliar thrill collided inside me. A stall owner winked at me. "Pretty lady, need some lemonade?" His comment made my cheeks burn, my pulse spike. I stumbled slightly, heels wobbling, but Maya steadied me, whispering encouragement. Then came the high-stakes challenge, a small talent contest at the festival. Maya had entered me, insisting I perform a simple monologue or song. My knees threatened to buckle. Public speaking had terrified me as Michael. Now, as Callie, it felt like stepping into a furnace. "Go on," Maya whispered. "She is ready. She can charm them."
Michael is gone.
"She is real." I stepped onto the small stage, audience eyes piercing, my voice trembling. I began, faltering at first, but as I continued, something shifted. The melody of my voice, soft and feminine, carried across the crowd. Applause erupted. The thrill, the embarrassment, the exhilaration mingled into a storm inside me. Michael's fear shrank. Callie's confidence glimmered. After the performance, strangers approached, complimenting, praising. A boy from the audience even asked for my number. My face flushed crimson. Humiliation, excitement, and something dangerously like arousal coiled inside me. Maya's voice cut through my dizzy thoughts.
"See?
She exists. She is admired, desired, beautiful. Every glance, every word, every heartbeat reinforces her. Michael doesn't matter anymore." By the end of the festival, I was exhausted, my legs aching, mind reeling from sensory overload and emotional turmoil. My reflection later that evening revealed Callie fully. Delicate lips, wide expressive eyes, soft curves, but a faint ghost of Michael lingered, whispering fear and doubt. Maya smiled softly, brushing a tear from my cheek. "Tomorrow we go further. Public transportation, social outings, and strangers who don't know her. She will be tested more, admired more, and Michael will vanish completely." I closed my eyes, anticipation and terror twisting together. The thrill of being admired, humiliated, and exposed in public was overwhelming. Yet deep inside, Callie craved it. The next day, Maya suggested something unusual. Instead of another public outing, we would spend time at a quiet cafe on the edge of town. Fewer people, softer light, more privacy, but no less intense. "Today is about feelings," Maya said, adjusting my hair softly. "She needs to understand herself. Every glance, every touch, every emotion counts." I felt a shiver run down my spine. Michael hated intimacy, vulnerability. Callie craved it. We sat at a corner table, small and secluded, and soon a boy approached. His name was Ethan, a quiet, kind classmate who had always treated me with casual friendliness. As Michael, I had barely noticed him. As Callie, his warm smile and gentle eyes made my heart pound. "Callie, you're different," he said softly, almost hesitating. "You're really beautiful." My cheeks flushed. My pulse raced. Thank you," I whispered, voice soft, feminine, trembling slightly. Every word felt alien, thrilling, and terrifying all at once. Ethan sat down, leaning slightly closer. "I don't know, it's strange. Michael? Callie, you're. I laughed nervously, fidgeting with my fingers. The sensation of soft skin under my nails, the brush of my skirt against my thighs, the fluttering heartbeat. It was intoxicating. Callie existed, vibrant, delicate, and incredibly aware of every detail. Michael's voice faded further, drowned in a rush of new sensations. Maya observed silently, a small, knowing smile on her lips. "Feel that," she whispered. "Desire, admiration, connection. She exists. Michael is disappearing." Ethan reached out, brushing a stray strand of hair from my face. The touch made me tremble. My body reacted in ways I couldn't name: shivers, warmth, and an unsettling thrill. Humiliation mixed with desire. Confusion tangled with pleasure. I don't know who I am anymore," I admitted softly, voice barely audible. "Part of me wants to be Callie, part of me wants Michael back." Ethan's eyes softened. "Callie, whoever you are, you're amazing. You're a real. And I like this side of you. I like you." The words pierced through me. Michael felt shame, fear, panic. Callie felt a surge of excitement, vulnerability, and longing. I realized that being desired, being admired, being touched gently was intoxicating. Maya leaned closer, whispering in my ear. "She is growing stronger. Every connection, every bond, every emotion reinforces her. Michael's existence is fading. Accept it. Embrace it. She deserves this." I closed my eyes, letting the warmth of Ethan's presence wash over me. The trembling, the flush, the thrill, it was overwhelming. I was losing Michael with every heartbeat, yet Callie's confidence, sensuality, and femininity surged like fire. By the end of the cafe visit, I was emotionally drained, trembling from the mixture of embarrassment, desire, and a strange, unfamiliar pleasure. The mirror at home reflected her fully, Callie, delicate, feminine, and alive, with Michael's ghost barely visible, whispering in retreat. Maya smiled, brushing my hair back. Tomorrow we return to the streets, the public, the challenges. But now she understands the power of connection, desire, and emotion. Michael is almost gone. I collapsed on my bed, heart pounding, mind racing. Callie existed, vibrant and alive, but the intensity of emotions, desire, embarrassment, admiration, had left me shaken. The following weekend, Maya announced today would be a major test, a full public outing with friends, strangers, and a subtle element of romantic challenge. My chest tightened at the thought. My heels were polished to a glossy shine, my skirt carefully pressed, and my hair styled in soft, cascading waves. Callie's reflection in the mirror smiled back at me, delicate and poised, but Michael's fear lingered faintly in the background. "You're ready," Maya whispered, her hand brushing my cheek. "She will shine. Every glance, every touch, every word matters. Michael is gone." We arrived at the city park again, but this time it was packed, families, teenagers, and groups of friends. Maya had invited Ethan along, subtly reinforcing my conflicted emotions. The moment we stepped into the sunlight, I felt every eye on me. Whispers, stares, and lingering glances made my heart race. "Callie," Maya coached softly. "Walk, speak, exist. She is real. Michael is fading." Ethan approached, his smile shy but warm. "Hi,
Callie.
You look incredible," he said, voice soft, admiration clear. Heat surged through me, embarrassment and desire intertwining. My legs trembled in heels, my voice quivered, but Callie's persona forced me forward. Thank you," I whispered, soft and melodic. Maya guided me through the crowd, subtly positioning me so strangers, friends, and acquaintances could notice. A group of boys from school stopped, their eyes wide with shock and admiration. "Wow, she's amazing," one whispered. Humiliation surged through me, yet a strange thrill accompanied it. Every compliment, every glance, every whispered admiration chipped away at Michael and strengthened Callie. Then came a game organized in the park, a small relay race. Maya insisted I participate fully, wearing a playful skirt that made every movement more challenging. My legs shook, heels threatening to betray me. I stumbled once, and laughter from the crowd made my face burn. But Ethan's hand brushed mine gently to steady me, and his smile held encouragement, admiration, and something deeper, desire. My chest fluttered. Michael would have hated this. Callie, however, felt an intoxicating thrill, warmth and embarrassment mingling. By the end of the race, I was flushed, trembling, and emotionally raw. Maya whispered in my ear, a soft mixture of cruelty and sweetness. See? Humiliation, desire, admiration, they all reinforce her. Michael doesn't matter anymore. She is beautiful. She is real. Later, in a quiet corner, Ethan leaned close. Callie, I've never felt like this about anyone. You're amazing. My cheeks burned, pulse racing. Humiliation, fear, and desire mingled into a storm inside me. I realized that being seen, admired, and subtly desired was intoxicating. Michael's fear and shame faded further. Callie's sensuality, femininity, and confidence surged. By the time we returned home, my body ached, mind raced, and heart pounded. In the mirror, Callie stared back, soft, delicate, beautiful. Michael was almost gone, a faint ghost whispering resistance. Maya smiled, brushing my hair behind my ear. Tomorrow, we take her further. A formal public event, with friends and strangers alike. She will be tested, admired, desired, and perhaps recognized. Michael will disappear entirely. I closed my eyes, trembling, torn between fear and anticipation. Public exposure, humiliation, and romantic tension were terrifying, but Callie craved them. The next morning, Maya revealed her most daring plan yet. Tonight, Callie attends a formal gala. Friends, strangers, and someone from her past will be there. She will be admired, tested, and recognized. Michael cannot exist here. My stomach twisted at the thought. A gala meant elegance, poise, public attention on an entirely different level. I stared at the dress Maya had chosen, silky, flowing, pale blue with delicate lace that hugged my curves. Heels, stockings, and a full hairdo completed the transformation. Callie looked radiant, Michael almost completely gone in the reflection. You're ready, Maya whispered, brushing my hair behind my ear. She will shine tonight. Michael fades completely. At the gala, chandeliers glimmered, music swelled, and the room buzzed with elegantly dressed attendees. Every glance felt piercing, every whisper magnified. I felt exposed, every nerve on fire. Then, across the room, I froze. Recognition hit me like a lightning bolt. Liam, my childhood friend, someone who had known Michael intimately, stood near the refreshment table. His eyes widened, shock and disbelief mingling. Michael? Is that you? He whispered, stepping closer. Heat and panic surged through me. I faltered, heart pounding, legs trembling. I'm Callie, I whispered, voice soft and trembling. Liam blinked, processing. Callie, wow, you look incredible. His eyes lingered, admiration and surprise obvious. Humiliation, fear, and excitement twisted inside me. Every glance, every recognition intensified the emotional storm. Michael panicked silently, but Callie trembled with a strange, thrilling pleasure at being admired. Maya's hand on my back was a steadying force.
See?
She exists. He cannot exist here. She is beautiful, desired, real. As the evening progressed, strangers complimented, whispered, and lingered near me. Each interaction reinforced Callie. Liam stayed close, alternating between astonishment and admiration. At one point, he gently took my hand to steady me on the dance floor. My chest fluttered. Heat, embarrassment, and desire coiled inside me. Callie, I can't believe this, he whispered during a pause in the music. You're so beautiful, so graceful. I couldn't respond. My pulse raced, cheeks burned, and Michael's voice faded further. Callie's persona surged with confidence, sensuality, and a strange, intoxicating thrill. By the end of the gala, my body ached from tension, My mind reeled from emotional overload, and my heart thumped with exhilaration. In the mirror later, Callie's reflection stared back fully, soft, delicate, beautiful. Michael's presence barely a whisper. Maya's voice broke the silence. Tomorrow we take her into even higher stakes. Social outings, public admiration, and perhaps a romantic choice. She will be tested, desired, and admired. Michael will vanish entirely. I closed my eyes, trembling from the intensity. Public recognition, admiration, and exposure were terrifying, but Callie craved them, burning brighter with each passing moment. The morning after the gala, Maya entered my room with a serene but commanding expression. Today, Callie faces a test unlike any other. She will experience desire, attention, and connection, closely intertwined. How she responds will determine if Michael truly vanishes. My stomach tightened. I wasn't sure if I was ready. Michael's instinct screamed to resist, hide, retreat. Callie's side, however, throbbed with anticipation, curiosity, and a strange craving. Maya had arranged for Ethan and Liam to meet me at a quiet cafe. The two boys represented very different emotions. Ethan, gentle, kind, admiring, yet safe. Liam, familiar, nostalgic, thrillingly dangerous in his attention. My mind spun with conflicting desires. When we arrived, both boys looked up, eyes widening. Ethan's warmth radiated immediately. Liam's surprise melted into awe and subtle flirtation. I froze, heels digging into the floor, cheeks burning. Callie, Maya whispered, her hand resting lightly on my shoulder. Choose wisely. She will feel everything. Michael will fade. Ethan approached first. Callier, I've never seen anyone like you, he said softly, a warm smile lighting his face. Like this side of you. I like you. I felt a wave of warmth, desire, and vulnerability. Every word, every glance, every tiny touch sent shivers down my spine. My voice quivered. I don't know. I've never felt like this before. Then Liam stepped closer. Callie, it's you. I knew Michael, but now, wow. You're incredible. I can't stop looking at you. His words cut differently. Familiarity, desire, admiration, and a hint of nostalgia. The emotional storm inside me surged. Michael panicked silently, resisting, wanting to retreat. Callie, however, felt an intoxicating thrill, craving attention from both boys. My heart raced, pulse wild, and I felt my body respond in ways I couldn't name. Maya observed quietly, her smile subtle yet triumphant. Feel it, Callie. The power, the thrill, the desire. Every choice, every touch, every glance shapes her. Michael disappears. Minutes passed in a whirlwind of subtle touches, compliments, and teasing smiles. I laughed nervously, blushed uncontrollably, and felt desire coil within me. The intensity was overwhelming. Humiliation, excitement, arousal, and confusion twisted together. Finally, Maya leaned close, whispering, she must decide who to connect with, Ethan or Liam. Every emotion, every heartbeat. Callie will choose. Michael is gone. She is real. I closed my eyes, trembling, heart pounding. Every fiber of me screamed in anticipation and fear. Public exposure, desire, and attention had been terrifying, but the thrill, the power, and the pleasure were intoxicating. Callie wanted it all. Michael's whispers faded entirely, leaving only her, the girly, beautiful, desired girl. By the time I left the cafe, I was emotionally drained yet exhilarated. Callie's reflection in the mirror smiled softly at me, radiant and alive. Michael was no longer there. Maya woke me early that morning, her eyes gleaming with quiet satisfaction. Today, Callie faces the ultimate test, she said. A high-profile social event, full of strangers, friends, and peers. Everyone will see her. Every glance, every word, every heartbeat will solidify her. Michael is gone. I swallowed hard, the the nerves coiling in my stomach like steel chains. My heels clicked sharply as I followed Maya to the car. The dress she had chosen for me was soft pink, flowing, delicate lace tracing my curves. My hair fell in perfect waves, makeup flawless. Callie looked radiant in the mirror, soft, feminine, and undeniably beautiful. Michael's reflection lingered faintly behind her, shrinking with every passing heartbeat. The event was at a grand hotel ballroom, filled with elegantly dressed guests. The chandeliers sparkled, laughter and music mingled in the air, and every step I took echoed in the polished marble hall. My legs trembled in heels, pulse racing, heart pounding. Maya guided me to the center of the room. "Callie," she whispered, brushing a strand of hair behind my ear. "Walk, smile, exist. She is real. Michael doesn't matter anymore." As I moved through the crowd, every gaze felt like a spotlight. Compliments, whispered admiration, and lingering stares washed over me. I felt a shiver of embarrassment, humiliation, and thrill. Callie was alive in a way Michael never had been. Then came the moment that shattered me completely. Across the room, someone I had not seen in years, my former best friend, Jason, recognized me instantly. His eyes widened in disbelief. "Michael? Wait, is that you?" Panic surged, but Maya's hand steadied me. "She is Callie now," she said softly.
He does not exist.
"She is real, beautiful, desired." I breathed shakily, feeling my chest tighten as Jason stepped closer.
Wow.
"Callie, you're incredible," he said, admiration evident in every glance. Humiliation and thrill collided inside me, burning with intensity. Every word reinforced my transformation. Michael's protests were gone. Callie's confidence blazed. Later, Ethan and Liam approached together, both smiling, both clearly enchanted. The emotional storm inside me intensified. Desire, admiration, thrill, and embarrassment mingled in an overwhelming rush. I laughed nervously, my voice soft and melodic, responding to their attention with growing confidence. Maya observed quietly, a subtle, triumphant smile on her lips.
See?
She exists. Every glance, every compliment, every heartbeat reinforces her. Michael is gone. Callie is real, and the world knows it. By the end of the evening, I was exhausted, body trembling from heels and emotion, mind reeling from attention and exposure. In the mirror later, Callie's reflection radiated beauty, confidence, and grace. Michael's presence was non-existent, faded entirely into memory. Maya's voice, soft but firm, echoed in my ears. "Tomorrow, there is no going back. She is Callie fully. Embrace her. Desire her. Admire her. Michael is gone. Forever." I closed my eyes, trembling, heart pounding, mind spinning. Public exposure, romantic attention, humiliation, and admiration had merged into an intoxicating storm. Callie existed, beautiful, feminine, desired, and Michael no longer mattered. The morning after the gala, the world felt different. Callie existed fully, yet the emotional aftermath of yesterday's public exposure weighed on me. My reflection in the mirror no longer showed Michael's ghost. Every curve, every delicate line, every soft glance confirmed her existence. Maya entered my room with her usual quiet authority. "Today, Callie will bond," she said, "with friends, admirers, and perhaps someone she can trust. She will feel desire, admiration, and emotional connection, and Michael will vanish completely." Ethan arrived first, his gentle smile radiating warmth. "Hey,
Callie.
you okay?" he asked, eyes soft and sincere. My heart fluttered, a mixture of excitement and nervousness coiling in my chest. I nodded, trying to steady my voice. I think so. Just still getting used to everything." He sat close, careful and respectful. We talked for hours, sharing stories, laughing, teasing. His attention, admiration, and gentle presence made my cheeks burn. Each compliment, each lingering gaze, reinforced the girl I had become. Michael's protests were gone. Callie's delight in being seen, admired, and touched gently grew stronger. Later, Liam appeared, adding a different energy, familiar, thrilling, and slightly dangerous in his charm. His attention made me nervous, heart racing. The combination of both boys' presence created a whirlwind of emotion inside me, excitement, embarrassment, desire, and vulnerability intertwined. Maya observed quietly, her hand brushing my hair softly. Every interaction, every heartbeat, every blush strengthens her. Michael is gone. Callie exists fully, beautifully, and without doubt. By mid-afternoon, we ventured outside. The neighborhood streets were crowded, familiar yet intimidating. Passers-by stared, whispered, and smiled. I felt every eye, every glance, every judgment or admiration as a wave crashing over me. Each step in heels, each flutter of hair, each delicate gesture reminded me that Callie was no longer a part-time persona. She was real, tangible, desired. At a small park, Ethan held my hand, laughing as we spun gently under the sun. Liam watched, teasing yet respectful, and I realized the emotional power of connection, desire, and admiration. The thrill of being adored, even slightly, thrilled Callie to her core. By evening, I returned home exhausted, trembling, flushed from emotion and exposure. In the mirror, I studied Callie carefully, soft, feminine, radiant, fully alive. Michael's ghost was gone entirely, leaving only her, the girl admired, desired, and real. Maya's voice cut softly through the quiet room. Tomorrow, there is no turning back. She exists. She is beautiful. She is desired. Embrace it fully. Michael has vanished and Callie is complete. I sat on the bed, chest heaving, mind spinning. Desire, admiration, thrill, and emotional intimacy had fused into a perfect storm. I had felt humiliation, exposure, desire, and pleasure, all at once. And yet, Callie craved it, reveling in her existence, identity, and power. By nightfall, I closed my eyes, trembling, flushed, and exhilarated. Callie existed. Michael was gone. And the girl in the mirror, soft, feminine, beautiful, smiled back, finally complete. The morning was quiet, almost unnaturally so. Maya entered my room, her expression a mixture of satisfaction and command. Today, Callie faces her final test, she said. The world, friends, and even those who knew Michael intimately will see her. There is no turning back. She exists. Michael is gone. I swallowed hard, nerves coiling in my stomach. My heels clicked sharply across the polished floor as I followed Maya to the car. Today's outfit was bold yet elegant, a deep emerald dress, form-fitting, with lace detailing along the shoulders and neckline. Hair perfectly styled, makeup radiant. Callie looked every bit the girl I had become. The venue was a bustling city square hosting a charity event, a mix of formal guests and casual onlookers. The bright sun and open space magnified every detail, every glance, every whisper. My chest tightened as we arrived, the crowd buzzing with curiosity. Maya guided me forward.
Walk, smile, speak.
She is real. Every eye will see it. Michael is gone. The moment I stepped into the open, whispers rippled through the crowd. Some faces recognized me instantly. A few gasped, others whispered compliments. Heat, humiliation, and thrill surged through me, each emotion sharpening Callie's identity. Then, across the square, a familiar figure appeared. Jason, my childhood friend, had followed. His eyes widened in shock and disbelief, but quickly softened into admiration. Callie, wow, you're incredible, he whispered, approaching cautiously. I felt my cheeks burn, heart racing. Every glance reinforced Callie's reality. Every word, every look eroded the remnants of Michael. Ethan and Liam arrived simultaneously, their expressions a mixture of pride, admiration, and subtle desire. The emotional storm inside me swelled, thrill, embarrassment, desire, and excitement fused into a heady mix. I laughed nervously, my voice soft, melodic, feminine. Maya's hand rested lightly on my shoulder.
See?
The world recognizes her. Every glance, every whisper, every heartbeat reinforces Callie. Michael has vanished. She is beautiful, desired, real. As the event progressed, strangers approached to compliment, admire, and interact. My movements, soft and graceful, heels clicking gently, gestures delicate, captivated attention. Each interaction, each compliment, solidified Callie's presence. Michael's protests had disappeared entirely. By evening, I stood alone for a moment, gazing into a reflective window. Callie stared back, soft, feminine, radiant. Every curve, every detail, every flutter of hair confirmed her existence. Michael's ghost had faded completely. Maya whispered behind me, a triumphant softness in her voice. Tomorrow, there is no turning back. She exists fully, beautifully, and confidently. Michael is gone forever. Callie is complete. I closed my eyes, trembling, flushed, exhilarated, and exhausted. The public recognition, romantic attention, humiliation, and admiration had fused into a storm of emotions. Callie existed, beautiful, feminine, desired, and fully alive. Michael was gone. As I walked away from the crowd, heels clicking, dress flowing, heart pounding, I realized the truth. I was no longer the boy I once was. Callie was real, vivid, and powerful. And the world, finally, would see her. The morning light streamed softly through my bedroom window, illuminating every detail of the room. Today felt different, calm, yet electric with anticipation. Callie no longer existed only in public. She existed fully, even in private. Michael's ghost was gone entirely. Maya entered, her presence commanding yet gentle. Today, Callie lives as herself. No tests, no public scrutiny. Just her fully, beautifully, unapologetically. Michael is gone. I stood before the mirror, heels off, hair falling naturally over my shoulders. I traced the soft curves of my face, the delicate line of my jaw, the subtle glow of makeup I had learned to love. Callie was no longer a persona or a disguise. She was me. Ethan and Liam arrived later, bringing warmth, laughter, and a sense of normalcy. We spent the day in quiet companionship, teasing, joking, and simply existing together. No tests, no humiliations, just connection and acceptance. Yet, the internal storm of the past weeks lingered faintly. Humiliation, exposure, admiration, desire, all fused together to create the girl I had become. Callie's confidence, sensuality, and femininity were no longer forced. They were natural, alive, and exhilarating. Maya watched quietly, a proud smile on her lips.
See?
She exists fully. Beautiful, confident, desired.
Michael does not exist.
Callie is complete. In the afternoon, we ventured outside into the neighborhood. Strangers passed, smiling, noticing, whispering compliments. Each glance felt gentle, affirming, and completely different from the sharp pangs of earlier embarrassment. Callie moved gracefully, heels clicking softly, dress flowing naturally, hair glinting in the sun. She existed fully, beautifully, and unapologetically. Later, alone in my room, I looked into the mirror again. This time, no tension, no fear. Only acceptance, warmth, and exhilaration. Callie smiled at me, soft and radiant. Every glance, every curve, every flutter of hair confirmed her existence. Michael's presence had vanished entirely, leaving only her, the girl admired, desired, and alive. Maya's voice lingered softly. Callie is not a disguise. She is real. She is beautiful. She is desired. And she will never look back. I closed my eyes, breathing deeply. Desire, admiration, thrill, and confidence pulsed through me. The transformation was complete, not just externally but internally, emotionally, psychologically. I was no longer torn between two identities. I was Callie, beautiful, feminine, confident, and alive. As the evening fell, Ethan and Liam joined me on the balcony. The world stretched endlessly before us, lights twinkling, laughter drifting up from the city streets. I felt at peace, exhilarated, and fully alive in a way Michael never had been. Callie existed, fully and unapologetically. Michael was gone. And in that quiet, shimmering night, I realized the truth. Life would never be the same, and I wouldn't want it to be. The morning sun spilled through my bedroom window, warm and bright, casting golden light across the soft folds of my dress. Today was different, not a test, not a challenge, but a day to live fully as Callie. I moved through my morning routine with deliberate grace, soft makeup, gentle hairstyling, and a dress that hugged my curves perfectly. Every detail reminded me that Callie was no longer an experiment or a disguise. She was real, alive, and fully embraced. Maya entered with her usual quiet authority, a faint smile of satisfaction playing on her lips. Today, Callie takes her first step fully into the world. No tests, no manipulation. Just her, confident, beautiful, and undeniable. Outside, the city hummed with life. Strangers glanced, admired, whispered, some curious, some captivated. I walked with heels clicking softly on the pavement, shoulders straight, eyes forward, each step echoing the girl I had become. I was no longer hiding, no longer hesitating. Every gaze, every compliment, every whisper reinforced Callie's presence. At a nearby cafe, I met Ethan and Liam. Both greeted me warmly, their smiles reinforcing my confidence. Ethan offered subtle support and gentle admiration, while Liam's familiar charm added a thrilling edge to every glance. Together, they were a reminder that Callie's existence was not just tolerated, but celebrated, desired, and admired. Throughout the day, I moved through social spaces with increasing ease, greeting neighbors, engaging in casual conversation, accepting compliments with grace. Each interaction was a test in subtlety and poise, Callie gliding seamlessly through social expectations, heels clicking, voice soft and melodic, laughter natural and charming. By afternoon, Maya suggested a visit to a local boutique. There, Callie explored new styles, experimented with colors, fabrics, and accessories. The mirror reflected a girl fully confident, playful, and radiant. Michael's ghost had long vanished. Callie's persona had fully taken hold, delighting in femininity, attention, and self-expression. In the boutique, a stranger complimented my outfit. "You look stunning. Truly beautiful." A warm flush spread across my cheeks. It wasn't humiliation or fear. It was joy, acceptance, and pride. Callie relished the admiration, savoring the acknowledgement of her transformation and identity. Later, at a quiet park, Ethan and Liam joined me once more. We talked, laughed, and shared subtle touches that were playful and intimate without overwhelming me. Callie felt fully alive in their presence, enjoying attention, connection, and validation without hesitation or fear. Maya's voice, soft yet commanding, echoed in my mind. She is real. She exists fully. Beautiful, confident, desired. Michael is gone, never to return. Callie's life is hers to live, fully and unapologetically. As evening fell, I returned home, dress flowing, heels slightly scuffed, hair slightly tousled. The mirror reflected a girl radiant with confidence, playful joy, and soft, feminine power. Callie's existence was no longer experimental. It was permanent, cherished, and undeniably real. For the first time, I felt entirely at peace. The thrill, the humiliation, the exposure, the admiration, they had all led to this. Life lived fully, with confidence, beauty, and sensuality. Michael's shadow was gone, replaced by a girl whose presence would leave lasting impressions wherever she went. The city lights twinkled as I stepped out of my apartment, heels clicking softly against the pavement. The evening air was cool, carrying the distant hum of cars and voices. Callie felt alive, confident, radiant, and undeniably feminine, but the world outside was full of new challenges and unexpected encounters. Ethan was already waiting at our usual cafe, his gentle smile warming me instantly. "Hey, Callie," he said softly, brushing a strand of hair behind my ear. "You look amazing." My cheeks flushed, a mixture of pride, thrill, and embarrassment sending tingles down my spine. As we talked, Liam appeared unexpectedly, leaning casually against the doorway with that familiar mischievous grin. Well, Callie, he teased, "you're glowing tonight." My heart skipped a beat. I realized the thrill of attention, both romantic and playful, had become intoxicating. Callie reveled in it, the flirtation, the connection, the desire. Michael's voice, once a constant presence of doubt and fear, was completely gone. The evening progressed with laughter, teasing, and subtle touches that sent shivers down my spine. Ethan's tenderness contrasted perfectly with Liam's thrilling charm. My emotions swirled, a whirlwind of desire, embarrassment, joy, and excitement. Every blush, every smile, every shy glance reinforced Callie's identity. But social challenges weren't far behind. Across the cafe, a group of acquaintances from my past recognized me. Their eyes widened, whispers started, and subtle stares prickled my skin. My cheeks burned. Callie felt a mix of fear, thrill, and pride. The exposure was intense, yet exhilarating. Each glance reminded me that I was no longer Michael. Callie existed fully, beautifully, and unapologetically. Maya's guidance echoed softly in my mind. She thrives in challenge. Exposure, admiration, desire, they shape her. Michael is gone. Callie is real. By the time we left the cafe, the city had deepened into night. Ethan walked beside me, gentle and protective, while Liam trailed playfully behind, teasing and flirting. I laughed nervously, heels clicking on the pavement, hair swaying in the breeze. Each step reinforced my confidence. Each interaction strengthened Callie's persona. At home, I stood before the mirror once more. The girl staring back at me was radiant, soft, feminine, confident, and alive. The thrill of romantic attention, combined with social challenges and exposure, had fully cemented my transformation. Michael's ghost was gone. Callie existed in every curve, every glance, every breath. Maya's voice concluded the evening with quiet triumph. She is Callie now. Beautiful, confident, desired, and strong. Michael is gone forever. Let her live fully, without fear or hesitation. I closed my eyes, taking a deep breath, feeling the full weight of my transformation. The city, romantic attention, social challenges, all had shaped me, but I was finally complete. Callie wasn't just a girl forced into a transformation. She was alive, thriving, and unstoppable. The city glittered beneath the twilight sky as I prepared for the evening. Today's event wasn't casual. It was a charity gala, teeming with influential figures, media cameras, and unspoken expectations. Callie's transformation had been complete privately, romantically, and socially, but tonight would test her in the highest stakes arena, total public exposure. Maya entered my room, her eyes sharp, analyzing every detail. Tonight, she shows the world she is real, beautiful, and confident. Every glance, every whisper, every step will reinforce her. Michael is gone. Callie exists fully. I wore a sapphire gown, tailored to accentuate my curves, shimmering under the soft light. Hair and makeup were flawless, a blend of elegance and subtle seduction. As I gazed in the mirror, Callie's reflection stared back, strong, radiant, and unstoppable. I no longer hesitated or doubted. Michael's ghost had vanished entirely. The car ride to the gala was tense. My heels clicked on the polished floor as I stepped out, paparazzi flashes igniting a cascade of light around me. Gasps and whispers followed. Strangers recognized my poise, elegance, and undeniable presence. Every step reinforced Callie's identity. Every glance validated the transformation. Inside the ballroom, the air shimmered with music, laughter, and sophistication. Maya guided me with subtle touches, hair tucked, shoulders squared, chin raised. Own this, Callie. She is real, confident, desired. Michael is gone. As I mingled, strangers approached to compliment and admire. The thrill of attention, once overwhelming, now energized me. Every word, every glance, every subtle touch amplified my confidence. Callie was no longer experimenting. She was thriving, dazzling, and undeniably feminine. Ethan and Liam joined me, their presence a comforting anchor amidst the glittering chaos. Ethan's gentle admiration and Liam's playful charm balanced perfectly, highlighting Callie's ability to navigate both emotional intimacy and social scrutiny. Midway through the evening, someone from my past, my former classmate Jason, recognized me instantly. Shock and curiosity flashed across his face, but he quickly softened into admiration. "Callie, you look incredible," he said, awe evident in his voice. The mixture of embarrassment, thrill, and validation surged through me, solidifying Callie's persona even further. By the end of the night, I stood on a balcony, overlooking the city. The wind played with my hair, lights shimmered below, and a profound sense of accomplishment and identity flooded me. Callie had mastered the public stage, embracing every glance, every word, every heartbeat as her own. Michael had been erased entirely. Callie existed fully, beautifully, and unapologetically. Maya's voice, soft yet triumphant, whispered in my ear. She is real, confident, and desired. Michael is gone. Callie will thrive, live, and be admired. Forever. As the night deepened, I closed my eyes and breathed in the crisp air, heels clicking softly on the balcony floor. Callie's life had begun, not as a disguise, not as a test, but as a full, radiant existence in every public, private, and emotional space. The morning sunlight filtered softly through the curtains, casting a warm glow on the room. Today was not about public appearances or social tests. It was about the heart. Callie had grown, thrived, and mastered every aspect of her transformation, but love and intimacy had become the final frontier. Ethan arrived first, his gentle smile radiating warmth. "Good morning, Callie," he said softly, brushing a strand of hair behind my ear. "You look beautiful today." My cheeks flushed, the familiar thrill of attention and admiration rushing through me. Liam appeared moments later, leaning casually against the doorway with that teasing, mischievous grin. Well, Callie," he said, "someone's glowing today." My heart fluttered. The simultaneous presence of both boys created a whirlwind of emotions, desire, curiosity, excitement, and a little nervousness. We spent the day together, walking through the city, laughing, and sharing subtle touches. Ethan's tenderness contrasted perfectly with Liam's playful charm, forcing Callie to navigate complex emotional and romantic dynamics. Each glance, each compliment, each brush of the hand reinforced my identity and heightened the emotional stakes. By mid-afternoon, we found ourselves at a quiet park, the sun casting long shadows on the grass. Callie sat between Ethan and Liam, feeling the warmth and connection of two different types of affection. For the first time, I realized the depth of emotional integration, the blending of desire, affection, and identity into a seamless whole. Michael's ghost was completely gone. Callie existed fully, emotionally, romantically, and socially. A gentle breeze stirred, and Maya appeared quietly behind a tree, watching with her characteristic soft authority. "She thrives in balance," Maya said. "Public attention, romantic connection, personal identity. They are integrated. Michael is gone. Callie is complete." As the afternoon faded into evening, I stood before the mirror in our shared apartment. Callie's reflection smiled back, soft, radiant, confident, and undeniably alive. The subtle flush on her cheeks, the graceful curve of her body, the sparkle in her eyes, all confirmed her full emotional, romantic, and social integration. Later, sitting on the balcony with Ethan and Liam, the city lights sparkling below, I felt an overwhelming sense of peace. Desire, Affection, validation, and confidence had fused into a perfect storm of identity. Callie was no longer a temporary experiment or a forced transformation. She was fully realized, loved, and alive in every sense. Maya's soft voice lingered in the background, a quiet affirmation. She is Callie. Beautiful, confident, desired, and complete. Michael does not exist. Callie's life is hers, fully and unapologetically. As the night deepened, I closed my eyes, leaning against the balcony railing, heart full, flushed, and exhilarated. Callie had navigated every challenge, embraced every emotion, and emerged fully intact, beautiful, feminine, confident, and alive.